Hey guys, welcome guys to my channel again. So, welcome to the game 10 of the World Championship matches 2023. First of all, I want to say I'm very sorry that I couldn't be able to make the recap of round 9, which was a draw, right? Happened 2 days ago, but I was pretty busy then, had some events to play. I think the decathlon of Hikaru's channel and then the Olympic series listed as well. I did a little bit, and yeah, I spent some other times to rest. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I can just, talk it in short that game 9 was a draw. Ding was white, he played the real pet again, but Ding went for the backline stuff. And, the game in fact is pretty close. They play a very professional game, and Nepomniachtchi gets some slight chances. He tried to push to the end, but at the end, Ding defend perfectly. And the game ended in a draw, right? That's how things is. So let's come to game 10. So now obviously we are going to some very important games when only like 4 or 5 games left. After game 10 today, only 4 games left, isn't it? So obviously we're getting to something very, very important to see. So at game 10, we have Ding with white and Nepomniachtchi with black. So what is the opening? Everybody question that. And don't waste your time, let's get to the game. C4, knight f6, okay. Knight c3, e5. So we got initial opening, which is not a big surprise. For me, I really expect, the Catalan, but I honestly a bit surprised that the Catalan hasn't been seen even at game 11. I mean game 10, game 10. So if I have 3, f6, and e4. In fact, this one is a very common line these days in the English. Apparently, if Ding couldn't have any kind of like special plan, for me this one in fact is not a really precise choice to play in this match. Since this one is too famous nowadays, I think in 2018 it already was played by Anish, Magnus, Fabi, and strong players Hikaru as well for a while, And that's why this thing, even me play sometimes. So what I can say is that this is already too famous, so Nepomniachtchi must have prepared that. And in the game, it proved to be correct. c5. The main line here is b4, but that leads to, a more professional game with d3. Here, 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 and here, and here, knight e4, should d4, which is obviously more professional. Which is the game? So, c5 here, knight e5. Only good attempt for white, and leads to some more forcing play. Takes d4, should b4, takes knight e4, queen f3. I think here even queen e4 is playable too, but queen f3 should be the main line in these variations. Queen f3, takes. And here there's some minor moves here, right? Should a5 is playable, should a7 is playable, but here the main idea is of white to play queen g3. In the game, Nepomniachtchi play this, which is, a pretty sad attempt. Ending was surprised with this move already. Queen g3, prevent black from castling, since castles here onto this one, right? And this one now costs black an exchange, which apparently is not a fun thing after all, isn't it? So, in the game, g3, king f8. Uses here can be played, but this one is also pretty bad due to bishop d3. And then I can slowly play bishop g5 here, castles, and castles right away can run to h4, and that looks quite scary, isn't it? So in the game, king f8 here, and this one is a good sign that Nepomniachtchi came well prepared. e2, just developed here. e6, okay, bishop f4. Take here, maybe fine, but somehow they can be a double attacker, right? So here, here, and here, but I mean, black actually is pretty active, so I think should still be fine, I guess. In the game, so queen 7 here, d1, h5. It looks like a choice, right? But black wants to bother the white queen with h4. The queen here is in a very good place, so h4 here, kick the queen away from that gray squares. So now take here doesn't come something special. Like you just take here, and you know the threat doesn't do thing good here for, I mean for white. I can play here, and then this one can be weakened, and I think black can escape without any trouble. So in the game, castles was play h4, queen d3, g5. So here d5 is not working since queen d8, right? And white win on exchange of the very list. I mean, queen here, queen c7 looks so annoying, right? So here the pawn doesn't work. I think there's so many choices here. Maybe like h3 is fine. Maybe like bishop here is fine too. Win the game, Nepomniachtchi forks the endgame, g5. So now it's a must take here. If he doesn't take here, he will be double pawn. So forcing takes here. Bishop e3. I don't think it will lead something special again, since you can see that like somehow the pawn looks so weak, right? Should be equal, I guess so. In the game, so bishop takes here, takes, like it's all forcing. 3-6. So let's stop here a little bit first. You can see that somehow white wins the pawn, but the queen size pawn structures is ruined, and it doesn't look fun, isn't it? And the pawn can easily become a target. f4, only choice. Try and exploit the black's king side, trying to weaken this pawn here. Like for instance, g4 f5 can be very, very bad, and obviously couldn't be recommended, right? So king 7 first in the game. Oops, I mean that king 7 here. Okay, d4 takes, h3, g4 on the choice again. Make the pawn here become a weakness. We see it. You have 2. King go to here. Rook c5. Prepare to the pawn to a5 for instance, or even here as well. a4. Try to defend the pawn here. Which should d1. I think here white can try bishop f3 to bring the rook here. Bishop to d5, defend the pawn here maybe. But I guess black can just play rook a5 and rook d2 so rook a3, and then you can see, right? Black can get plenty of nice card to play. Black just is too active. Back to the game. a4, a5, bishop d1, b6, king g3, rook a6. Black simply can just wait here. g5 is not working, and you can invade here. The pawn will as well. So black simply has a fortress. So in the game here, then obviously wanna go for the win. So he's pushing. King here, d8, king up home, up here. Black can play like here or even here in the game once again. Nepomniachtchi want to activate his pieces. Rook c5, b7 to the pawn, no choice. Bishop e2 just repeat, right? Bishop b3 you play here, and your pawn still looks very, very weak. So it's only chance. c4, e7. I don't know if this is only choice, but I don't think it's this good here to suggest anything better. Like for instance now, so bishop c2, bishop f3 just play here, you know, and the pawn are just so weak. Rook e3 can just like maybe like rook here for instance, and these threats really favors black. So I don't know. The game rook here was play. Bring back the rook to the game. Here once again activate the pieces. e5, threat, and there comes a very nice defense by Nepomniachtchi. I think black can play bishop to here, but then white can try and push with e3, and he can be up a pawn here, or even 2 pawns. So that's why this one comes in time, and now the draw is inevitable. Massive threats follow up next. Takes, h4, b3, and you know, the end of the game is just quick play from both sides. f5 exclamation mark, takes to f4, and the pawn is taken. So yeah, both sides play to Lone King. The result is never in doubt. You can take a look here briefly, but the game, in fact, you see right, is 99% from both players. You obviously don't expect to win here, right? If two players are just play too good. This one, I would say it is a very common thing with the engine prep. Lately, with the engine, everything is analyzed very deeply, and both players, if they are just very strong, they can just play the game and handle the game perfectly. So, after round 10, the result is 5.5 to 4.5 in favor of Nepomniachtchi, and there are 4 rounds left. Obviously, it is tough here for Ding for sure to come back, and I think the chance now for Nepomniachtchi to clinch the World Championship title is, I think, like 65 to 70%. But who knows, right? Nerfs will play a big part in the last 4 games, and let's see how both players handle this. Although the game today is precise from both sides, but I don't know if I'm the only one, but I expect to see some more fireworks and more fun. So, once again, good luck for both players, and thank you to both for, playing such an event and giving us such a good time to follow. I will see you guys in maybe like round 11, I think so, and hopefully got a good event. So, I mean, the game is pretty short, right? Since they play perfectly and there's not much to say. No clear theoretical phase and no clear chance for both sides, right? Short video, good game, that's what I can tell you. See you later, and hope you enjoyed the video.